We reached Denis Theriault today in our Halifax studios. Denis, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Rachel.
How well did you get to know Cory Monteith?
Well, our production schedule was about 20 days. I had about 6 days, so I'd like to say fairly well in the scope of an independent film production. You know, and it was quite a normal introduction. You know, I had built up this whole thing in my head that you know, I was going to meet this big star that was on Glee, but Cory literally just walked up to me while I was in the makeup chair and extended his hand out even before I looked at him, and he said, "Hey, I'm Cory. I hear you're going to be playing Radley." And I said, "Yeah." And it was just such a normal introduction that immediately right off the bat kind of set the tone for the rest of the film for me. You know, we were just a bunch of pals just making a movie. So.
And yet he did find huge celebrity on Glee. I mean, that was a major breakthrough for him. Tell me about why he chose to do this film in the Maritimes.
Well, I think for him it was a huge departure. You know, he's primarily known for playing Finn Hudson, a high school jock, football player on Glee, and so this for him is it's a complex and much more layered character, and it's definitely I'd say a darker film, even though there are some comedic tones in it. So for him, it was an opportunity to show a different side of himself.
Now, we have learned that he is survived by a father in Oromocto. The CBC did ask Joe Monteith for an interview, but he was too distraught, understandably so. Did you get a sense of whether Cory Monteith had an active connection to New Brunswick?
You know, to be honest, New Brunswick didn't really come up. I mean, I did mention that I was from there and that my family lived there, but no discussion was had regarding his own family. Okay.
We did know as well that he struggled with addiction, that he went to rehab as recently as April. I guess people are now wondering, were there any signs that he was in trouble? Did you see any signs that he was struggling?
Absolutely not. I can't stress enough that during the production of the film, Cory worked so hard and tirelessly. He would fly back and forth every weekend to LA because the Glee was about to start up their fourth year of production. So he would fly back and forth on weekends to do photo shoots and preparation for that season, and then fly back. And he would not complain. And he was, even though he was tired, I'm sure of it, he was a consummate professional. And yeah.
Now, the film All the Wrong Reasons is so new, we can't even show a trailer, and I guess they're still looking for distributors. So it's a film really that had its future ahead of it. How do you think the project will be impacted by the loss of Monteith?
Well, I think with anything, you know, usually when there's the death of someone that's involved in a project, it's been my experience, observing at least in the public eye, is that the project eventually does get a bit more of a, you know, it's more visible because of that. You know, it's everywhere. So I feel like people will be more interested in seeing the film because of that. I take comfort in the fact that, you know, I know that we created a great film and that Cory did deliver a fantastic performance. I'm, you know, if anything, I'm kind of antsy for people to see it, to be honest.
Now, Monteith, we've seen him interviewed before on Q, and he seems very modest, very self-deprecating. He talked about driving down to Los Angeles all by himself, trying to get that part on Glee. He'd never really sung before. The fact that he made it, again, in this breakout role, what message did that bring to you?
That, to me, for me, I never really vocalized it to him per se, but in my head, that's what I think brought us together. That's what made me feel like I could, you know, I could work comfortably with him and not be so, I guess, so starstruck and afraid to try new things as far as acting is concerned. Because I knew that at the end of the day, you know, for him, 3 or 4 years ago, he was just like me. You know, like you said, he drove to LA in his car and you know, hoping and wishing that this would work out, and it did for him. You know, he was one of the lucky ones that hit it big, and like I said, again, on this film, this was yet another opportunity for him. I think he still saw it that way. You know, he wasn't, like you said, very modest, and this was just another opportunity for him.
Well, Denis Theriault, we wish you well in your acting career, and thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.